dissing. We don't see the competition. I drop off a ransom note that your art is missing, nigga.
Pay us in full with the money, or she gon' get her fingers clipped off like Lil Sonny,
Mrecktv.
Peace. Yeah, I know the M.Reck room etiquette. Salute to the Rec Mob. Pound that like button. And this is Heavy Gems, y'all. Got my brother Talib in the building. Talib, how you, good brother?
I am magnanimous.
Yes, sir.
Greetings and salutations to the Rec Mob.
Yes, sir. Salute to the Rec Mob. SJ, salute. So, how y'all feeling out there, people? Salute. Greetings, everyone. I like the energy in the room so far. As soon as you come in the chat room, make sure you pound that like button. I know we took off for like 2 weeks now. But, you know, we got some nice surprises for y'all. Trust me, we didn't take off and wasn't working. There's always work being done. It's just we had to apply the focus to other places. But we got y'all. So on that note, I'm gonna let Talib do what he do. So Talib.
Oh, okay. Well, I was
Handle your biz, good brother.
okay, thank you. And let me just say to everyone, greetings and salutations again. I hope everyone, or not hope is for the hopeless. I trust that everyone's life has been serving them, and those that have been listening to the show has been making a conscious effort to work on their language and use words and affirmations that actually serve them, opposed to the regular affirmations we tell ourselves about how the world is, and that does not serve us. So I was thinking about just doing a release again on some of the things that may be bothering people in a way, Then, it's coming up on the end of the month. We got going into a new month. I know a lot of people, have various stresses, issues, financially or otherwise, that they may be using a lot more thinking power toward the necessary. So I figured we do a little release and a welcoming to get ourselves in the right mood, and also to continue the good work we've all been doing on ourselves to live the life that we truly desire. So in this moment, I'm just going to ask everyone to be what you are. Just take a deep breath and relax and just be what you are. And be what you are. And in this moment,
Hold on, y'all. We lost Talib. He probably got to reconnect. Salute to SJ. Get that brother Talib a second to reconnect. You know how it goes with these devices and the online streams. Things happen. He should be reconnecting back with us in a few seconds. Let me hit him. He probably don't even know that he's not connected. Well, till he get back, let me salute Direct Mob. See what you're talking about in the chat room. Salute to SJ. She's in the building, moderating as she do. Appreciate you. Salute to the Wreck Mob. How y'all feeling out there? How your week going so far? Salutations to everybody. While we wait for Talib to tap back in. I'm pretty sure he's probably having like minor technical difficulties. Maybe his phone died or something. I just text him. Let me try to call him. Hold on, y'all. Bear with me, y'all. I'm putting it on mute. Yeah, he's about to tap back in, y'all. There you go.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I can hear you loud and clear, good brother.
That was really, really trippy on this end, like, because for me it was like everything was just going fine and wonderful. When you called me, I'm like, what is happening right now? So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just start that over.
Yeah. Appreciate that.
So in this moment, just right now, just for now, just be what you are. This doesn't require you to think about it or to figure it out. Just take a deep breath and just be what you are. And be what you are. And in this moment, allow yourself to focus in on, or whatever feelings coming up, about whatever hardships, issues, financial, whatever the issue is you're experiencing right now. Just allow it to be here the best you can. And in this moment, could you just welcome it? Just let it in, let it flow. And check to see if there's any wanting to change that thing, to make it different, to push it away from you or pull it closer. And in this moment, just for now, could you let it go? And keep in mind, you've been wanting to change things in your life for a long time. Has it actually changed anything? Most would probably say it hasn't. So attempt to let go and just see what happens. So in this moment, could you just let it go? Now go back to that thing, that feeling, and whatever sensations, pictures, or sounds that accompany it. Let it be here the best you can. And could you welcome it? Let it flow. A lot of our problem is we don't allow ourselves to feel things. We try to keep it at bay. We push it away. And all we actually do is give it more life and more strength. But when we allow things in, our feelings to flow in without resistance to them, they actually often just dissolve. So in this moment, could you just welcome that? And could you check and see if there's any wanting to change that thing, to make it different, to push it away or pull it closer? Now check and dig a little deeper and see if it feels personal, that it's about you, who you are. And then dig a little deeper and see if it's coming from a place of approval, control, security, separation, or oneness. Now, it may be only one of them or it may be all of them. But in this moment, whichever one it is, could you just let it go? Just let it dissolve, let it unravel to that great expansionness. Now go back to that. We're going to do it again. You go back to that feeling or whatever else may come up with it and accompany it, whatever sensations, thoughts, pictures. Could you just welcome it? Allow yourself to feel, allow it to flow. And could you check and see if there is any wanting to change that thing, to make it different, to push it away from you or pull it closer? Now check and see if it feels personal, that it's about you, who you are. And then dig a little deeper and see if it comes from a sense of wanting approval, control, security, separation, or oneness. And whichever one it is, the best you can, just in this moment, could you just let it go? Just let it dissolve. Now, could you also welcome the possibility that everything is working out for you, that all the answers already lie before you? Could you welcome the awareness, the beingness that is you, the light? And could you also welcome the abundance that is the very essence and universe that you are currently inhabiting? And remember, you don't need to visualize abundance. All you need to do is be open to abundance revealing itself to you. Now let's go back and just welcome whatever is remaining, whatever feeling is remaining, whatever sounds, sensations, pictures that accompany it with it. Could you just welcome it right now? Let it be here the best you can. And could you just let it go? Just let it dissolve, unravel. Would you let it go? When? And could you welcome that light that's always right beneath the surface of whatever you think a problem is? That awareness that is you, that sits outside of space and time. Could you welcome that? Could you let it fill the space and void of that story, of that feeling that you've been telling yourself? And could you also welcome the fearlessness, the courageousness, that knowingness that is you? Could you let that in? And we'll do it one more time. Let's go back to those feelings or whatever is left or whatever else may come up. Sometimes when we're doing these things, thoughts that don't seem like they're connected will start to come in. Let them in. Let them be here. Could you welcome them? And could you let it go? Just let it dissolve and unravel. Would you let it go? When? And could you welcome that abundance, that light that's always there, right beneath the surface? Can you let it in and just feel the space of all the things you've been telling yourself? And could you welcome that courageousness, the fearlessness, and the possibility that things will and are working for you? And that's my little intro. I hope that you all felt good about that, got a little bit of a benefit from it. You there, Reck?
Yeah, I'm here, good brother.
Mm, that was nice.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I also do it with myself as I'm, doing it with the people. I mean, if you do this with other people and for other people, you're actually doing it with and for yourself as well. It's a beautiful practice that really will get you where you want to be in a very short amount of time.
Salute. Salute. So how you want to do this, good brother? Cause you wanna go with the cause or you wanna address some topics?
Well, we could start with the calls, and then if there's some topics that come up, we like to, you would like me to address, or the people may have some topics. We can go from there. I'm with that.
All right, cool. I'm gonna have to put the call number. Um, just a heads up, if y'all can, when y'all call, we trying to make this in and out. You know, one question per person, please, because a lot of people, even before the show started, people requested that if the calls don't be too long. All right, so I'm gonna put the number in the chat room. 310-598-2974. Again, 310-598-2974. Call up with your questions and Talib is going to answer them. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate Talib. Pound that like button. I'm put the number on the screen. And let me open up the lines. Okay. I think Deacon Weezo called. He left a voicemail. Hold on, let me see something. Shout. Okay. Peace. Let me see. Talib, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Mm.
Vegas Brown said don't answer for Deacon Weasel. Crazy. Deacon Weasel, that's the homie.
I
Actually,
mean, while you were doing that, did you have any topics that you wanted to talk about, like, or anything of that
I
nature?
remember earlier I was going to look for some, and remember you were saying,
Oh, the Dolores Cannon
yeah.
stuff I was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure some of the people in the chat and the listening, I'm sure some of them have heard of Dolores Cannon. She was pretty big out there in that whole conspiracy theory circle.
I mean, so you want to address some topics on that?
Well, the main thing that's been surfacing right now, because like a lot of the stuff that's going on right now is old information being cycled back in, rotated back in as new information, because you have like an entire vast audience of people that wasn't exposed to what a lot of this so-called tiny community of, people who are researching these conspiracy theories, their numbers, paled in comparison to the general public and what they consider to be common knowledge. So a lot of that information now is being circulated back around to the
Gotcha.
general public.
Hold on one second, good brother. See what this call is about. Peace.
It's Stepmommy.
Stepmommy, what's happening?
Hi, M.Reck. Hi, Talib.
Greetings and salutations.
Greetings and salutations to you. I got a question, Talib, about that word synchronicity and coincidence and destiny. 11 days ago, I was in the back of a police car. I kicked a cop in the back of the head. I got arrested, went to jail, was hateful, and now I'm a peaceful Muslim person.
That's
And
wonderful,
my
right?
student outlook in life
What's the question?
is different. I felt like I was possessed by demons before, harassing me, forcing me to consume vast amounts of alcohol. And now they're gone, and I forgive people, and I feel hopeful and focused and full of love and kindness. You know, back home with my cats. I went to court today, and I didn't have to go to jail. And things just worked out. I gave a homeless guy $20 and had a pretty good day. And I'm sober, and I swore to Allah I would never, ever consume alcohol again. And this is for all the alcoholics listening. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Have a good night.
You as well.
Peace. Have a good one. Shouts to Stepmommy. I'm about to call this other caller back.
I think that was a very awesome call because, you know, normally when they call in and what they normally would say is very different than what they just said. So even if they were attempting to troll or be funny, they don't realize that all of their positive words and changing their language from what they normally say actually had a different effect.
Correct.
So even if their intention was to be a certain way, it didn't come across that way. And this is what, and I'm glad they did that because it gives me an example of what I've been saying. Your language is everything. It's everything.
Correct.
It's defining your world. It's structuring your world. If your language is not serving you, who is it serving? You see? So even though they came up there to get attention, which they got the attention they were seeking, what really is going to resonate in their consciousness is, I don't have to be a certain way to get attention that I want.
Hold on 1 second, Talib. We got another caller on the line. Hold on. Caller, state your name and where you calling from.
Jay, I'm calling from Texas.
Jay,
Dallas.
what's going on? Shouts to the whole Texas.
What's going on? Yeah, I just had a question for Talib.
Okay, your phone sound low, my brother. Sounds real low.
My bad. Can you hear me? Can you hear me better now?
A little bit.
Better.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah.
I had a question about if you're familiar with the Bible, Isaiah 45:7. It speaks about good and evil and God, you know, basically creating both. Just to paraphrase.
Mm-hmm.
And destiny, I wanted to know what you thought about destiny and good and evil concept, and it's not actually something real. It's something that man created.
Well, you know, when you say man, you know, what you have to realize, you're speaking of the physical form that God has taken. Everything, if God created all there is, right? And everything came from a thought, correct? Would you agree with that? If we're going off of the biblical, specifically the biblical Christian text, right? Are you there? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here. Okay.
I'm sorry, because my phone sometimes my reception goes out, and I'm not sure if I'm talking to myself or what. So every now and then I might just check in to make sure that we're still connected.
Got you.
Right. But you're aware that this story goes that in the beginning, right, there was nothing, right?
Right.
And God observed this nothingness, correct? And observed the darkness and said, let there be light. And from this, the universe was birthed, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So this shows us that everything comes from thought. You see, so good and evil is a construct that has been created in order for the divine to have infinite experiences in multiple directions of infinite.
Do you think if you say that, then that's basically the cycle that we live in, that everybody has to experience every attribute of man?
In order to reach your divine godhood state, yes, because these labors and toils bring you back to the creative power. But what really happened was, if you want to know why we ended up this way, is because that information was given to us wrong. Okay, this information that was given to us was information that was to teach us about the states of consciousness.
And you said it was wrong?
Yes, they made God something outside of yourself. They made a lot of the representation of the people in the Bible physical people and not attributes of the states of consciousness. You understand?
But don't you think that's yeah, I understand, but don't you think that's pretty much a part of the plan, pretty much, of life, where you know?
No, that's the plan of those that understand one thing, sir. They understand one thing, that this world is being pumped out from you, that the world is coming from you. And if I want to rule or control the world, then I must control what you think the world is.
Do you believe in destiny?
Destiny is just another way of saying that, was it meant for me to encounter that? If I encountered it, then it was meant. For that which was never meant cannot be experienced. See, everything here is about experiences. And what is the purpose of an experience? To achieve an emotional state. And there are not many of those. But how those can be achieved are broken down into infinite experiences. You see?
What about karma? What do you think about karma?
Karma is, well, yes. Is there such thing as karma? Yes, there is. And so then people will go, well, why does the rich people who are doing all these terrible things, where's their karma? Some people will go, they're going to get theirs in the end, but how'd they even get away with it if there's karma? I seem to do something wrong and then immediately I'm punished for it. Why is that? Is that some cosmic force that's just abusing me? No, it's you. It's you. You are your own karma. The reason those people do not face justice for what they do, because they don't feel as if they truly did anything wrong. And you are plagued with guilt about everything you do.
Yeah, I just wanted to get your outlook on those couple of topics.
Well, I think you asked a beautiful question, and I thank you for the question. But we are plagued with guilt because we believe that we are doing something wrong and we have to live our life in this holier than thou way, then when it's unrealistic. It's not realistic. It is a limiting form of life for you. So therefore, they can absorb and constantly dictate your reality to you. Once you free yourself of these stories you've been told that life is, you only know now. You can tell me about your past, but you'll be telling me about your past from right now. You can tell me about your future, but it will be from right now. There is only now, because God only knows now.
Yeah.
And it's the only thing you know.
Yeah, I agree.
And according to the Bible, the name of God is I am that I am. And that is exactly how you self-identify.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree with that. That's why I don't believe in good and evil, because as a literal aspect, I think of it as a concept, where because judgment is what made Adam fall from grace, and that's where the snow, I guess you could say, a snowflake into an avalanche, where we're at right now. That was the cycle that we're in right now, the end of that cycle.
Yeah, and Adam falling isn't a man actually falling. This is a state of consciousness. See, when you come further and further away from your divinity, the more man you become. The closer you get to your divinity, you hit the state of Jesus, Christhood. You are Christ now. You are Jesus. You are expressing the works of your Father through your mortal form. What we consider to be evil is a construct. We do this by morality, right? Because the same things we call evil amongst ourselves, we film and call and look at and awe in the animal kingdom. You've never seen National Geographic stop another animal from killing the animal, even though he's there and he can do that.
Exactly.
Is that murder?
Exactly.
Is he participating in murder? Did you know elephants rape their mates? You won't even go in. We won't even go into the amount of rape that is in the animal kingdom. It's unbelievable. Right?
Yeah.
So we have taken these animal attributes and then we started saying what's right, what's wrong. These are all constructs. See, there's only love. And we either act from a place of love or from a lack of love. That's it. That's the only two. That's it. You are either acting out of love or you are acting out of the lack of it. So whenever you act out of love, your life is going to go just the way you want it to.
All right, man. Appreciate y'all letting me on.
Not a problem, good brother. Appreciate you.
Peace.
Peace. Salute to Jose on the super chat on that dub. Appreciate you. He says salute to Talib and the general. Appreciate you.
I like to just call him Jose. I don't like to call him Big Zesty. Out of respect, Jose, we appreciate you,
Word.
I mean, on the other shows, you could be Big Zesty, but over here, you're just Jose.
I'm glad you said that. That Zesty name is a little uncomfortable for me too, but I do it out of respect. Peace.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm great.
Am I live?
You sure are.
Wow.
live.
I am so glad that I got through.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to say to you and Talib that this is such an amazing thing that you guys are doing. I mean, it really is. I also want to say I can actually hear myself. So let me.
Mute your computer or your TV.
Okay. I actually stopped it. So basically, what I want to say to Talib is thank you. There's been so many amazing things happening in my life, happening in my family's life. Ever since I started listening to this show, it's like there's things that I already knew, but this just enhanced it. It just enhanced it. And I could say so many things right now. I'm just going to give you give the audience and you guys some of the amazing things that's been happening since I know that I am, therefore, all that I desire already is. I can leave my house and go someplace to shop and visualize myself getting a parking space to where I want to park. And it happens. Where I am right now, I have just been able to, and this is, I'm not even going to call it my job. I'm going to call it my passion because I have a passion to take care of individuals. So where I am right now, this passion practically fell in my lap. I manage this whole entire place. I'm able to schedule my schedule the way I want my schedule to be. And I'm just grateful. I've been sharing this information with my family. We've been literally doing all of the exercises and different things together. The things that we are seeing, the things that we are sharing, it's just awesome. And like I'm so overwhelmed right now. I'm overwhelmed with happiness, peace, love, and understanding to a level that is beyond my imagination. So thank you, and thank M.Reck for doing this, because things are definitely changing. They're changing. The shift is on.
You're welcome. Talib, you there?
I am here. I am just so. I would like to tell her, so thank you so much. And wow, like I'm so happy that someone else has found what I have found.
Yes,
And I am
definitely.
thankful for that. And you are so wonderful and divinely timed in your moment of calling. And I am thankful for you. And thank you, thank you, thank you, and thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And to you guys as well. And you guys have a wonderful evening on purpose.
Thank you.
I
Likewise.
love that. Can I use that?
Wonderful evening on purpose.
Thank you. Sure will.
And my saying is, may your day continue to serve you.
Mm.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You are more than welcome to that.
All righty. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right. Peace. Peace and blessings. Yeah, that was amazing right there. That was amazing.
Awesome.
That was amazing.
You know, it's I believe we're going to get a lot more of those type of calls because everything I'm telling you is the truth. And I'm not asking anybody for anything, to just try it.
Correct.
You know, if you do these practices, if you just, when I'm telling people you to let go, I'm not telling you to ignore your problems. I'm not telling you to do nothing. What I'm trying to get you to see is that most of your problem is the story you are telling yourself. Most of our problem is the convoluted wall of trying to figure things out that is keeping us from the answer. So when we can just let go of that emotional baggage that the body holds on to, when we can let go of that, then our awareness, because you are just pure awareness. If you take a second right now and ask yourself, or am I the body? Am I the name? Am I Talib, or whatever your name may be? Or am I something else? Am I the thought? Or am I the one that's observing the thought? When you just take a moment, you'll feel that you are somewhere else, that you're there, but you're not. That's not you. You sit from a place where all things are already accomplished and done. And though you might feel and think in this material world, your physical labors is what's getting you to what you want, you're wrong. It isn't. Your physical labors are the byproducts of your thinking. A lazy person isn't busy doing anything because they're what? Not thinking about anything. Most of the time, they're thinking about things they want to do, but why they can't do it. And they get stuck. So when we start to redefine the stories we're telling ourselves about what the world is, and we start letting go of the things we are telling ourselves the world is, or what our problem is, or what this person's done to me, or how this person has treated me, and you step into your awareness and you see everything has been an experience leading you to an emotional state that gives back to the whole, that expands the great infinite, and that everyone is of that light. Then you begin to see that these are sectors of reality that I can shift through. I can't change the world I'm in. I can shift into the world I want to be in. You can't change the world. This already is. You're the dot on the infinite line in mathematics. You're not the observer looking at the infinite line when you are living in this body. You are on the paper now. So you believe that all of this is what you see, and that you're putting it all together with what your actions are. You're not seeing in the grand scheme of things that everything you're stepping into, you're just stepping into a moment that's already there. It is your awareness to that moment that makes it an experience. So there is a version of you doing exactly what you want to do in life. And it's not your physical toil that will get you there. It is your mental resonant frequency with that imaginative act that will just seemingly, as we heard the caller said, she couldn't have planned all of that, but everything happened to her organically. If she would have just said coincidence, if she would have just brushed it off, she could have easily explained it away. Because that's what miracles look like. They are divine acts that it's the world unfolding in front of you. And the moment you realize that you're not the one doing it, you're the one perceiving it. And if you shift your perspective to that and start embracing, those things will just begin to organically appear in your life. And that's all I wanted to say. Thank you.
Got you, good brother. Appreciate you. I'm gonna answer some questions. Well, I'm gonna revert the questions back to you because they asking the questions for you to answer. Somebody had a question, I think, on karma. Okay. GT, can you please talk about karma again?
Karma, in a psychological subconscious approach, karma is a balance that occurs when there is an imbalance in energies. And that's what you're calling karma. And there is a force that comes along, but it is from your thoughts. That energy, you are from the thought realm. You are just interacting in this. And that's why they call it a matrix or a hologram or a dream. So, and it's the reason that you find that a lot of scumbaggy people seem to get away with a lot of the messed up things they do. Because see, what happens is when you have all these hangups about guilt, about what you've done, and all of these various things that you need to release on, right? Anytime you go and do something that you feel is wrong, you punish yourself. You psychologically begin to punish yourself. And what ends up happening? These things start boomeranging back around to you. Excuse me. Sorry, my dogs. But these things start to boomerang back around to you. It is our belief systems. And secondly, karma is also a force within the energy realm of ether, thought energy, that creates the world, everything you're experiencing. Whenever there's an imbalance in energies, where you lean to one side too much, and there's an imbalance of energies, there is a universal force that will come along and balance that energy back out. This is why the Buddhists would tell you to walk the middle path, that to never lean too far on either side. They didn't mean to not have experiences and enjoy yourself or even be sad. They meant that whenever you take your energy too far to one side, there will be a cosmic balance of that, because the energy on the scale is always balanced. In every form of theology taught, and they speak of the cosmic energies, they always think of a balance of forces. So that is my thing on karma. Karma is something that is an energy force that is there to balance things out ethereally. And it is also a force within your thought process that does exactly what it's there to do: punish you or give you privilege when you feel you deserve it. Because the system doesn't work for itself. Your mind is working for you, whether you realize that or not. That's the problem. Most of us don't realize our mind is working for us. Oh, I was going to let you take that call, you know.
Peace. Thanks. I did. Peace.
Hello?
Jose, what's happening?
Salute, General. Salute, Talib.
Salute.
Y'all know I had to bust in on y'all's show and just ask a question.
Okay. Salute.
Now, the question I had is, it seems like anytime I have problems, as long as I just keep working, it seems like my problems just work themselves out. You know what I'm saying? As long as I just keep working. And I wonder why that is, because I just go into my mind and say, just keep working, no matter what. Everything will just work out as long as you just keep working. And I just keep working, and it seems like everything just works itself out.
I'm very glad you brought that up. I would love to address that for you. You know, the reason that things work out for you is because when you don't give your attention to that which does not serve you, you will always end up exactly where you want to be. Your higher self always has your best interest in mind. Always. It always knows exactly how to get you where you want to go. You see what I'm saying? Okay. And when like a lot of people, when they have a problem, what do? Yo, I got to take care of this. And then they start hyper focusing on the situation, thinking that they have to figure it out. And remember, whenever we try to figure things out, it's like gum. It's like a cement. It starts hardening and acting and spreading and sticking to our mental inside. Right? But whenever you have a problem and you go, you know what? I'm not going to let that bother. You know, look, let me go back over here and do this, because that's all seemed to work out. Just, you know what? I was thinking about it. And go on about your business. Leave it alone. Don't give it energy. It will just dissipate. Now, that's a part of transurfing. Whenever you don't follow the script, you're on a script. Every reality you jump in and every identity you take, there's a script written for you already. You can call it your personality. You can call it the decisions you make. But there's a script written. And when you run into a situation, you will respond according to that script. Now, you want to change things, then you don't do what the script has written for you. If the script writes for you, when a bill comes up, you get frustrated, then you're gonna end up losing and everything just the way you thought it was it's gonna happen. Because that's the way that script was written. It's perfectly written for that particular situation. Now, if you take and say, I'm not gonna do that, or laugh at the bill and be like, it's paid in divine time, and move about your business, what happens? All of a sudden, something comes up, bill gets paid, everything's okay. Now you move on. Now you have a choice to stay awake, or you can go right back to sleep.
Right. Okay. Man, that's deep. I didn't know I was working out situations like that just by working myself through the problems without even thinking about the problems. But they work themselves out as long as I just keep moving forward. That's deep.
Yo,
Okay,
Jose,
man,
you know what?
finish
Let me add on to that,
I'm
because it's funny that you addressed it the way you did, because that's my philosophy. Anything that's going on that's trying to distract me or just, just kind of like bring my energy down, I just keep working.
right.
And I say to
Just keep
myself,
working.
just keep working, Rec. So that's like another one of my slogans. So salute to you. We on the
Yes.
same frequency with
Yes.
that. I just keep working. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And notice you don't add nothing to it. You say, you know what? I'm gonna leave that alone, and I'm gonna keep doing this because that's clear for me to go do. So I'm gonna focus on what I can do.
Correct.
Right. Yeah, that's deep. All
And
right.
then the matrix works the rest of it out. All of a sudden, it's like ding, 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 and it just gets done. And then notice if you don't acknowledge the role you played in that, you can easily just like pass it off as, oh, that was always going to happen that way.
Mm-hmm.
It's very subtle. That's why it's easy for you to go back to sleep. But if you acknowledge that you're the one that's doing it, then every time it comes up, it's going to be easier and faster and faster. It's like a muscle.
Mm-hmm.
Keep doing what you're doing, Jose.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yep.
Okay, appreciate y'all, brothers. Have a good night.
Appreciate you too, King. Have a good one. Peace. That was a great call. Shouts to Jose.
Jose knows a lot. I know he jokes a lot, That's a person that takes good care of themselves and has business. And they're very good with their business. And they know how to maintain their business, and they've been expanding it.
Correct. So call up 310-598-2974. Okay. Peace.
Hello.
Yes, you live.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm
so
good.
I had a question.
Uh-huh.
Because I watched Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and I know in the past, we've talked about like dreams and how when you go to sleep, you leave your physical body, you may go into the spiritual realm. And previously, they said dreams are your way of working out stuff, but now we know that you're not of this world. You can go to sleep and you can leave and go to the physical realm. But I wanted to know Talib's perspective on the multiverse. Like the theory in Doctor Strange is that our dreams that we have.
I know. I'm aware of the theory in there. I didn't mean to cut you off, but I just wanted you to know that I am aware. I'm a big Marvel person, and I have a lot of comics as well. So I know how they didn't do what was in the source material, So I can tell you that. First of all, it's not something that they didn't create that. The multiverse thing is something that comic books have been pushing for decades now, and that's been something to just, prime the social environment for the truth. The truth is that you're transurfing through reality, that reality is made up of sectors of all possibilities that already exist, and how they come into existence is through your awareness, right? And that's why American Chavez had to focus and punch a hole, because they had to exaggerate it, right? But the whole point of punching the hole was that thought travels 100 times faster than light. So if you wanted to travel to another realm other than a wormhole, you could do that through your mind. So the things you think you are imagining are things that already exist. So every possibility for your life imaginable already exists. Why you do not experience them all is because you only experience that which you are giving your awareness to.
Right.
Right? So they know this. Right? So they put out these type of films, right? Like Harry Potter. I use Harry Potter as I always like to use that as my example because that's one of those films that really just confused everybody about what magic and wizardry even looks like. Right? Everybody's looking for a wand and a light show. Right? No one's looking for what it really would like if it was real. What would it look like? What would it be like? Right? So your mind is still trying to incorporate this girl punching a hole in a reality that they jump through. And this is the great multiverse, and each reality. No, these places all exist right now, but they're not alive the way you think they are because their aliveness is based on your awareness. They are a possibility. They already exist, but only exist in its truest form of life when you give it that through your awareness.
Well, when I seen the film, because I'm real aware now that like the news tell us the lies and the movies tell us the truth, right? I think we all know that now. So
No, they don't. That's not true. That's not true. I'm going to tell you that because I worked on a lot of films. I'm no big wig or anybody like that. Okay. I'm just one of the production guys that's just been on things. You feel me? But I was there. Okay. And I can tell you, no, that's not true. They're giving you propaganda. Know the difference. It's a conceptual thing. They're giving you concepts, right? And we are conflating them to truths because that's what our minds do. We're great storytellers. You understand? You understand? Because that's what the world is. The world is one great story. Your life is a story. If I was to ask you how you got to where you are right now, you would tell me the story of your life. If I asked you, well, why don't you have what you want right now? You would tell me the story of your life. Reality is a story that is being perceived by you, the awareness. You are giving that life. You're making it so by your emotional involvement with it. You see, they know this, right? So when you look at the multiverse and all that and movies, you have to realize that that's a trap. That's a trap. It's a trap to get you thinking about things that do not serve you. You must always ask yourself, the things that I am thinking about, the things that I give my most awareness energy to, how does it serve me? How does knowing the government wants to kill all of us serve me? Does it give me power or take my power away from me? Our language, our language is everything. This is why what? They go through great deals of trouble to what? Give you language, right? Slang was something that organically sprang up from the hood originally, right? But now it's something that's spread to you through social media. Think of all of the social engineered language you've received over the years. Let's just start with Al Qaeda, insurgent, variant, shadow government. Do you hear me? Every word I just said to you has a story with it. Does it not? Did not images come up with each word?
Yes.
Now, does any of that serve you? What do you want for your life? Who are you? What do you want? What gift do you have for humanity? Because you have one. What do you do? I'd like to know.
Well, my gift, I want to be honest with you, I mean, if you want to tap into something spiritual, for a while now, I go to sleep and I have dreams, and the dreams come true in real life, which is why kind of when I seen the Doctor Strange Multiverse movie, it kind of resonated with me.
Would you like me to show you how to use that superpower to your advantage?
Yeah, I mean, I've been told it's like clairvoyance. Like you go to sleep, you have dreams, and these
Did
things.
anyone ever tell you how to use it to your advantage?
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to show you how it's going to serve you tonight. Okay? When you go to sleep, you're going to paint an image in your mind. I want you to create a 30-second clip of whatever you want to be, do, have, okay? If it's $1 million, if it's you know what I mean? Whatever it is. I don't know. I don't want to presume I know what your true desires are. You feel me? But whatever that thing is, I want you to paint a 30-second clip in your mind tonight when you go to sleep. Okay? Now, not I want you to do this when you're about to fall asleep. You know, when you sitting laying down and you thinking about something as you're laying there, and then you just follow that thought, and next thing you know, you sleep. You dreaming?
Mhm.
Okay. I want you to create a 30-second clip. Let's just of two people you care about congratulating you, telling you, I can't believe it. It's so wonderful. You were able to get that thing you wanted so much. You were able to do that. You're amazing. You were able to do that. Okay. That's just a third. And I want you to bring in all your sensory textile. I want it. And you know what? Put it somewhere nice. Be on a beach. Okay. Picture a beach. Put yourself on a beach. And I want you to bring in the air, the sounds of the seagulls, the sound of the waves crashing. Okay. And I want you to look to the right of you on that beach. And I want you to see whoever those two people are running up to you happily. And when they approach you, I want them to tell you exactly that. It's so amazing. It's so wonderful. You did it. You got that thing. I can't believe it. You are amazing. Okay? And I want you to play that clip. And now here's the key to that. I don't need you to look at yourself doing it. I need you to be in it. So I need it to be from like you looking out your eyes, you standing there on that beach. You can feel the sand beneath your feet, right? You feel the wind. You smell the ocean. Because you're visual, you dream and your dreams come true, which means when you're dreaming, you have all these extra sensors going on and you wake up like, oh my God. And then it happens. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. So I want you to do that. Just a 30-second clip. Just put that in your mind. And as you lay there, imagine that thing. If it's $1 million, oh my goodness, I can't believe it. You got it, $1 million. You're a millionaire now. I can't believe you've done it. It's so wonderful. You deserve this. It's so grateful it happened for you. Okay? And you just saying, thank you so much. I'm so grateful. And then you play that clip again. Rewind it. Play it again in your mind. Rewind it. Play it again in your mind. Do it just like that over and over again until you fall asleep. And you'll be calling us back. Because that's how you use your multiversal powers to travel through and get what you want. That's the secret right there. And I didn't come up with that. You can go look into Neville Gardner. You can go look into people like Bob Proctor. You can go look into all of these people. And Neville Gardner didn't create that. He got that from a friend who was from India. And he gave it away. He never charged anyone to teach him it. Okay? It works. It's real. Anyone can do it. Although people who are very visual and dream a lot, they have a tendency to bring it into reality a lot quicker. But anyone who does it and they could capture the feeling, make sure when they're telling you this, you capture the feeling of it. You feel good. You feel like you got what you wanted, okay? And you go to sleep with that feeling and you just let it go and watch. Watch what you dream and watch what happens in real life for you.
Okay.
I appreciate you calling. What's your name? We didn't catch your name.
Whitney. From
Whitney.
Savannah, GA.
Shouts to the whole Savannah, Georgia. Appreciate you, Whitney.
And make sure you call back when it happens, okay?
Okay.
Thank you, Whitney.
Thank you. Have a good night.
All right, you
Bye-bye.
too. Peace.
You know, I know dreamers. I know people that astral project. You know, she's somebody that actually. Watch what happens when she does this.
Correct. Peace.
Hi, Talib. How are you guys doing tonight?
We great.
Magnanimous and wonderful.
How you doing?
Great. I'm so happy to be on here. I've been listening to you forever, M.Reck, and you too, Talib. So I'm very happy
Thank
to
you.
be here. I have a question about letting go of the ego and death of the ego and transforming aspects of your personality that you might not like about yourself, that you might have picked up from your parents just over growing up, that you know aren't serving you. Where does the death of the ego come in and that transformation of your personality to have better like traits? Like, for example, I was raised by a Virgo mom who was somewhat of a perfectionist, who was somewhat of someone who was like a little bit critical of you. And I see some of that in myself as an adult. So there's some things I'm ready to just let go of and wash away.
Okay,
and I know a lot is attached to my ego.
So in this moment right now, could you allow, could you just focus in on all of those feelings about that and that in your ego? Can you just let that be here right now? Could you just welcome it the best you can?
Yeah.
Whatever thoughts and feelings and sensations that come up with it, just let it be here. And now, in this moment, right? You check and see if there's any wanting to change that thing, to change it, to make it different, to push it away from you or pull it closer. And now check and see if it feels personal, like it's about you. And then dig a little deeper and see if it's coming from a sense of wanting approval, control, security.
I see something, Talib. It's coming. I see myself as a little girl that's been sexually abused. That's what came in my mind. That's what I'm.
Okay, wait. Hear me now, okay? It's okay. You don't even have to tell me anything, right? Because see, the thing is, we have this thing where we want to reinforce our stories. This is what makes it hard to let it go. And every time you share and tell that story, you're reinforcing that story.
Right.
Right? So in this moment, just right now, just for now, right? Could you just let that go? Just let it go. Just let it dissolve. It's the best you can. Would you let it go?
Yeah.
When?
Right now.
Okay, now go back to that feeling. Go back to it for a second. Whatever's there, whatever else comes up. And let the images and everything else could you just welcome it and let it be here as the best you can?
Yes.
And could you just let it go? Just for now, in this moment, just for right now. Thinking, keep in mind, you've been wanting to let these things go and change them, and holding on to them hasn't done anything. Thinking about them over and over again hasn't done anything, right?
Right.
Okay, so in this moment right now, could you just let it go? Could you be open and welcome, just trying to let go? And mind you, if you don't feel like that right now, if you say no, or I don't know if I can, whatever your answer is, believe it or not, you began to let go. So in this moment right now, could you just let that go?
Yes, I can.
And would you let it go?
Yes, I really want to let it go.
And when?
Right now.
Okay, and in this moment right now, could you just welcome the possibility and the prospect that everything is going to work out just the way you are open for it to? Could you just allow that possibility in right now?
Yes.
And could you also welcome that fearlessness, that courageousness that's sitting right beneath the surface, that's always there with you, that peace, that love? Could you just let it in and take the place of those stories? Can you let it fill you up?
Yes.
And this is the process. How do you feel? You feel I can tell in your voice you feel a little more relaxed.
Yes, and I feel loved.
Yes. Rewrite your story. All the things you went through made you the amazing person you are today. And if you take those stories and use them to reinforce the fact that you're an amazing, wonderful, beautiful gift to humanity, you are a walking miracle. There is only a 1 in 4 trillion chance on you being on Earth, and that you deserve to be happy, and that you have a wonderful gift to share with all that is lucky and blessed enough to encounter you.
Thank you. Yes.
Right? So whenever you step outside and just let it go, you can feel that. You can feel that oneness. You can feel that, you know what, everything in this moment right now, which I only have, is wonderfully divine. And there is something here for me in this moment that is special here for only me.
And Talib, how can I stop living in the past?
Can you welcome it?
Oh.
Can you welcome the past? In this moment right now, could you just welcome that feeling of living in the past? Could you let it be here the best you can?
Mhm.
And could you let it go just for now, in this moment? Just let it go. Let it dissolve.
Yeah.
And would you let it go?
Yes, I really want to let it go
When?
right now.
You feel that?
Right.
You feel that?
Yeah.
And now you have opened yourself up to receive something new.
Should I practice this every day?
All the time, as frequently as you like. Something comes up, you ask yourself, can I welcome this? Well, can I let it be here? I guess I can. I can welcome this feeling and let it be here. And then you let it in. See, a lot of the problem with the feelings we have is because we don't want to address them. We think experiencing them is what's going to mess us up. So we try to keep the feeling, no, I'm not going to think about that. Or I'm not going to, I'm going, no. And what ends up happening is up growing and consuming more and more of our thinking. But when you say, okay, I'll welcome it, you automatically begin to dissolve it because you are from a place of love, and love dissolves all that is not from it. Right? So you welcome it. Then you say to yourself, could I let this go? If you say, I don't know, that's fine. Would I let it go? Remember, because would I let it go is just reinforcing could I let it go. And could I let it go is just reinforcing you already let it go the moment you welcomed it. See, this is how the mind works. Right?
Right.
So you say, you say to yourself, could I let it go? Just for this moment, just for now. Just for now, right?
Mhm.
And then you say, would I let it go? And then you ask yourself, when? You do that 3 or 4 times, you'll be like, what am I even doing this about? I forgot.
Right. Right. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna start practicing this whenever. I think this will also help with BPD.
Oh, it worked with a lot of things. And what you can do is just, if you want to go on YouTube or just go on Google, just look up the Sedona method, right? The people, Hal Dawkins and Lester Levinson, the men who created this system, they never charge people for it. Yes, they charge for the retreat, which makes sense. But they give all the courses away. They're absolutely free. And they help, and they'll change your life in miraculous ways.
And so, how do you spell that, Talib? What is it? One more time.
Sedona method. METHOD.
Got it.
And you'll see it. You Google it, it'll pop up. It's been around for 40 years. 40 years.
Your key, yes. Perfect.
And it's free. You don't need to go start paying anyone to start helping yourself. You just need to take a few minutes a day to love yourself. You're not just helping yourself, you're loving yourself.
Yeah, for sure. And I have heard you talk about the Sedona method before. Now I have it. Perfect. Thank you so much, Talib.
You're welcome.
And thank you, M.Reck, for having the channel to speak.
You're welcome. What's your name? We didn't get your name.
My name is Lex, and I'm from Naptown.
Lex from Naptown.
Yes.
Salute.
I'm usually on my conspiracy stuff, but tonight I felt a little bit more personal. Yes, salute. Definitely. And I just wanted to tell you, M.Reck, your spooky hours cracks my son up, my 1-year-old.
Yo, 1-year-old? Wow.
He loves when you say, spooky!
Wow. Wow.
It will crack him up.
That made my day. Well, what's his name?
His name is Adonis.
Adonis. Salute to
Wow,
Adonis.
what a great name.
The young king, Adonis. Wow. Man, that made my day. You touching the babies for real.
You are. Every time he just giggles and giggles and giggles.
Wow. That hold on. Matter of fact, you know what I gotta do since we got you on the line, because I don't know. He's probably asleep right now, but I gotta do spooky.
Yes.
That's for the young king Adonis. You know?
Thank you so much.
You're
I'll
welcome.
continue to and support you and to live. Thank you.
Thank you. We got the TV series coming soon. So
awesome.
All right.
Can't wait. All right. I'll call you guys back next time.
All right, Lex.
All right. Bye-bye.
Have a great night. Peace and blessings.
You too.
That was amazing. They calling. Mute your audio, please. Mute your audio, please.
I'm sorry. What's up, M.Reck?
Peace. Everything good. State your name. Where you calling from, fam?
Yes, man. This is TNP Beats. This is my first time calling in.
Okay.
What's going on? Talib. Yeah. What's up, M.Reck? I just wanted to ask.
I'm good.
I had
How
this
you?
thing that I'm good, man. I'm great, man. I can't even complain. I just
sir.
got home from work. I'm relaxing now. And this is one thing I like. I was just thinking I got to catch this show. And I said, let me go on my YouTube, and I see y'all going live. So anyway.
That's what's up. Salute. That's the universe, man.
Yeah, because I caught the last few shows. I caught up on them, and I said, yeah, I'm gonna call in. I'm gonna call in next time. So my question to Talib is, I've been going through this thing since I was a kid. Like I'm in my 40s right now, and it seemed like every time I would see, like I would think about somebody, like say if I was in elementary school, and then like, you know, I get into my 20s and I just think about this person, and then all of a sudden I would see them. It would be like 2 days before, and I would just see this person. Like it happened multiple times, but every time I would ask them, I don't know who to ask. So, you know, just listening to the shows and stuff like that, I said, all right, this is like my perfect opportunity to, to get that off my chest. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Well, you know, here's the thing, man. Usually, you know, those are, I'm not going to assume here, but from what you're telling me, people that you know, you've had experiences where you visualize yourself meeting them in the place you actually ran into them, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, that's thought energy transference. You have to think, like, naturally you live in the past. Everything I'm saying is actually 2 minutes behind what my mind already did this transaction, as yours has done. We live in the past. You're 8 minutes behind the light. You see what I'm saying? So our thought energy, it travels faster than light. So you can actually, people you already have connection to, you can actually connect with them, and you can see moments in time that are inevitably going to pass. Because everything already exists. It's all about what we give our awareness to. Now, some of us, we do this in what we consider to be an unconscious state, meaning when we're sleeping and dreaming, you know. And once again, that's just more proof that you're creating the world. You're pushing your world out from your subconscious.
Okay.
We're all pushing the world. Like the world is only from your perspective. You feel what I'm saying? We have what we call a collective consciousness, in the sense of we all agree the world is this environment with the ground. There's water. There's rules like air, gravity, right? These are all things that we consciously agree upon. Individually, although, we're all perceiving and experiencing that from our own awareness perspective.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So you're actually, you're traveling. Yeah, that happened because, somewhere in your subconsciousness, you were thinking of them. They were in your thoughts. And your mind constructed a point in origin in which you guys synchronized.
Yeah.
Now that you know that, just remember this. You can go into any room with this level of awareness, start looking into the silver method, learn how to enter through a theta state, and you can literally absorb the thoughts of the people in the room around you. You can literally begin to read what's going on in their mind, because they're giving off thought energy as you are. The only reason we are not really aware of that is because we're not consciously aware of it. We're not tuning ourselves to it. We don't believe it's a thing that's happening. Right? But you've experienced this. I know you have friends where you knew what they was about to say and you said it before they said it, and they was like, yo, how you knew I was about to say that?
Yep.
Right? You reading his thought energy. When you're comfortable with somebody, you're just more open to expressing that which you are interpreting. You put into your natural awareness, though, that I can interpret thought energy. If you want a good affirmation to absorb information, all you tell yourself is, I am now one with infinite intelligence and know all I should on all subjects. And watch how anything you encounter, how you'll just somewhat get a download or get the motivation to actually absorb that information if you don't seem to already just know it. Nobody's learning anything.
Wow. I'm listening.
Oh, I'm just letting you know nobody's learning anything. We're actually either downloading and tapping into information that already exists, and we go through a process to decipher that information, and you could call that learning, but that's all based on interpretation, and that's called neuroplasticity. See, you can learn something, how to do something in a split second, or you can learn it in 10 years. It all depends on how you are thinking. That determines how your neural factors are reproducing. Every time you learn something new, you immediately grow 20,000 new neurons. 20,000 new neurons pop up, and they'll stay active for about 3 hours. If you don't do anything with it, then they start to dissolve, right? So you have all these houses, these warehouses, these farmhouses in your mind, and information that you think, well, I don't know anymore. No, that's not true. You just need to develop the neural connection to the information again. You can do that. You can do that not through some weird trippy stuff, but literally by just telling yourself that you are aware of what you know. And then going through the natural process of the affirmational implantation of the mind, allowing it to then take root into your action. Because as I said, your labor is not doing anything that you think it's doing. Everything you think you go get motivated to do by hand to push through is something that came from the mind. And that's what motivated you to move in the first place. So you start changing that, then it starts changing what you experience.
Okay.
So I hope that helped, my friend.
Yes, it helped a lot. Very, can't complain about none. I was just trying to say something, but I ain't even stop. I was trying to, say something in reference of what happened, but you already said it. It don't make no sense to say it again. Everybody heard what I said and what I asked. I really appreciate it. Like I said, that's something I really wanted to get off my chest because it just recently happened too. Like I said, and I said I gotta call in to get that one off my chest. And yes, I'm gonna play it back, write notes. Yeah, I'm gonna dig into that one.
Yeah, you're gonna look up neuroplasticity, and you're gonna realize that, oh wow, all that learning stuff has been a lie. It's all been by the story I'm telling myself about how well I can absorb and use information. Because I've given everything a moral category, right? It's hard. It's work, right? What is hard? Hard is something you feel you have to do, but you don't enjoy. Work is labor you have to do, but you don't enjoy. So you've already convinced yourself and limited yourself to this thinking of, I have to do something in order to live my life. I have to do these things. If I don't, then you will start to view yourself in some sort of way to where I'm not on top of my grind, or I'm not doing this for myself as I should, or this or that, not realizing that that's all their game. They made us work. They made us feel as if we had to do this trade and barter for our time. The most precious concept you have in reality is your time. And if you trade your time for less than your value, then you don't value yourself. So if you reassess the value of yourself and then go, wait a minute, none of the things, if I know that this is a matrix, I know that I'm pushing my reality out, then I know that standing still is never standing still. That motion and movement is always all around me. My very awareness to life creates motion. And when I tune into the fact that I am that awareness, and from that place there is only that which I desire, then I realize that the keys that keep me from what I desire is the identity I believe I am. I'm Talib. I had this life. Things have been hard. I can't get ahead because I'm black. They hate us. You see what I'm saying? All these stories. And then my life does what? Because what is belief? Emotional investment in a story. That is belief.
Mm.
And look at what you emotionally invest in as a story for your life. If you just look at that and realize and ask yourself, does that story serve me? There's a millionaire you know that, right? I don't need to tell you that. You know that. You've seen him. If you could see him in your mind's eye, then that means he exists, because every possibility exists. And you are the conduit into which those possibilities become reality. Right? So when you can take a step back and realize that, and then focus in on what your true desires are, see them in your mind's eye, get your belief up, meaning start feeling, resonating with that which you truly know you deserve. Resonate with it. Feel as if it is done. And it will come. It will just literally come to you. And it's going to blow your mind, because I can hear in your voice, you worked very hard through the years. And what's going to blow your mind is how easily it's going to come to you. Because you're going to realize, wow, I did all that toil and just to realize I never had to. I mean, I had to realize I didn't have to. And it was wonderful that I went through it to realize that. But now I'm here. I'm never going back.
Right.
But just give it a try and do the release, man. Let go of many things as you can. They don't serve you. They don't serve you. The only thing that serves you is that which you truly desire. And what you desire is to have a life of fulfillment where you get to share with humanity that which you have to offer. Am I wrong?
Nope.
The ultimate goal to everybody is to take care of everybody around them, right or wrong, man.
It's a fact.
And if everybody taking care of everybody around them, that means everybody's taken care of, right?
100%.
You see what I'm saying? It's a thinking process. And once you start embracing the infinite direction of all the wonderful possibilities that already exist for you, then that's what you start experiencing. Change the way you see the world, and what you see in the world will change.
All right. I plan on doing that. It's like you took the words out of my mouth.
Your words are my words.
Mm.
In many ways, think about it. If you pushing the world out, that means you pushed me out. You pushed every caller, and all of this experience for you is becoming from you. I am here for you, as you are here for me. Do you see? It's not a riddle.
Right.
And that's all I had to say, man. That was my answer. I appreciate you, brother. Really, I do.
I appreciate you too, bro. For real. And M.Reck, I appreciate you too, man. Yo, man, I'm telling you, man. Like,
appreciate you, family. Thank you.
Like, yeah, man. I appreciate y'all, man.
Not a problem,
Yeah,
my
have
brother.
a good one.
Have a good one. Salute. Peace and blessings.
You too. Same.
That was amazing.
I saw that somebody said, but hey, could you break it down in layman terms? And I'm like, well, everybody I talk to, I use language that I feel they will best resonate with.
Right.
So they can get the answer that they're looking for. So sometimes I might speak a way that doesn't, but for the person, it's 100%. It's words from their mouth, right? So I do apologize if sometimes I do, for other people in the audience, they're like, well, you're going a little deep there. I do apologize for that, but a lot of that just has to do with what the individual needs to hear.
Correct. Peace.
Salute, General.
Salute.
Salute to the Wreck Mob. And salute to Talib.
Salute to the Wreck Mob. What's your name?
This is Yo-Yo calling in.
Yo-Yo?
And yes.
What's
and
happening,
I would
Yo-Yo?
like to tell you about a breakthrough for me.
Okay.
I'm terribly shy, but I've been saying today and every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better and better. And I want to say that I'm blind. I went blind last year. I lost one of my eyes. And I've been struggling. I've had 16 surgeries to keep the vision in my left eye. And I want to say salute to Wednesday. I'm so happy for her. And I'm beginning to see.
Oh, wow.
In my left eye.
Wow. Congrats.
And I wanted to let you guys know that I'm so happy, and salute to you, Talib, because if it wasn't for you and what you're teaching us, I don't think I would have made it this far. So I want to thank you a lot, Direct Mob and Talib and you, M.Reck. Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome.
I'd like to say thank you, and you're very welcome. I'm so thankful that we're able to give something that could assist you. I know it can help you, and it can go even further. If you look into the Silver Method, and maybe before the show ends, I'll do a Silver Method and do the 3-2-1 programming for you, and show you how to set up a laboratory in your own mind, and you can go in there and begin to work on your own self. And remember this is something that you can look up, and this is going to enforce your thinking right now. The science has discovered that the body is complete self-replicating. Science has labeled death a disease. Did you know that?
Yeah.
The body is complete self-replicating.
Yes. Yes, when you put your mind. Yes.
Right? Your body,
Yes.
it has so many tools. It already has the capability to do those things. And when we tell ourselves and love our bodies and love what is happening to us, we can release on it, and our body will then begin to heal itself. It will leave its stress state and enter into its open heart creative state, in which the immune system is boosted by 50%, in which the body becomes completely self-replicating. You're already on the path of that. Your body's already doing it. Every day you wake up, the first thing you do is you give thanks. I'm so grateful for my wonderful body. I love my body so much, and it serves me. And you watch. It's going to take what's going on, and it's going to take it to the next level with what the doctors are doing, plus what the doctors are doing. Your practice can assist what they are attempting to help you with. All you have to do now is start loving yourself. You've already did the first aspect of it, the mental practice to show yourself that you are in control of your body, and that you are not just some victim in this suit and just along for whatever happens to it. That's not true. You're in control of it. You have a lot more control you realize. But when you can release on the resistance and the hatred and disappointment you may have in your body, because that's where is it being stored? It's being stored in the body. When you can release and give love to the body, just like a plant, just like a flower, it begins to heal. It begins to replicate. It begins to enter into a state of homeostasis. Homeostasis is when all of the functions of the body are operating in harmony with one another. You're on that path. Every day you wake up, you give thanks and love your body. I love my body. I love what my body does for me and allows me to experience. And you continue to tell yourself, I have perfect vision. I have perfect vision, perfect hearing. Every day in every way, I am better, better, and better. And your mind will not know the difference. And you embrace the feeling of that. You feel that way about it. Feel that way. That's why I want to show you how to let go of those things you're thinking so you can begin to feel the way you want to feel. And then when you feel that way and know it is done, oh, the rest just falls into place. Then it's not about your labors. It's just about being there for the ride.
Correct. Thank you so much, Talib, and I will practice that every morning. Every morning, first thing I wake up, I'm really so thankful and grateful.
Watch how much you get. Watch what happens. I don't mean to giggle, but it's gonna be funny when you call back and be like, I get up in the morning and I just jump up and I don't know what's going on, but my body is responding in a wonderful way.
Yes.
That's the only thing. That's your next step. Love the body, because right now you're resisting the body.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much, Talib, and salute to this Mrecktv. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. What's your name again?
This is Yo-Yo.
Yo-Yo.
Yeah.
Yo-Yo. Appreciate you calling. Thank you so much.
You want to do a release on that real quick?
Of course.
Okay, so this is more of a holistic healing release. And what we're doing here is you're just going to flip between the two emotions. And you're going to see when you watch what happens when we do this, you're going to feel much better in the end of this. So in this moment right now, could you just welcome all of the disdain and the hate and the hatred you have for your body? Can you just let all the negative in about your body? Can you just welcome that in this moment?
Okay.
Now, the best you can you welcome the love of your body? Can you just welcome all of the wonderful things that your body does do for you? Can you let that in right now?
Yes.
Best of your ability, as much as you can, right? And now go back to that disdainment you have for your body. Can you welcome that? Just let it in. Now go back to love. Can you love your body? Can you just let in all of the wonderful things, how your digestion works, how you have this wonderful suit to experience this world in? Can you just let the love in the best you can for your body?
Okay.
Now, can you welcome the disdainment, the anger, the feeling of even wanting to not be alive in this body? Because that's there. Let it. Can you allow it to be here best you can? And now can you welcome the love for your body best you can, as much as you can? Just welcome the love you have for your body. Just let it in. And how much life you have to live and how wonderful that life is. Can you let that in right now? Let me do it one more time. Go back to those feelings of disdainments, the feeling of, I don't even want to be in this body anymore. Go back to that. Can you welcome that the best you can? Now, can you also welcome the love, the wonderful life that still lies ahead of you and that is in front of you and that you currently have now? Can you welcome that the best you can? Right? And one more time, go back to those feelings of disdainment and welcome and let it in as best you can. Just let it be here. When we let things in, we're actually letting things go. The problem is we keep things at bay. We don't let them in. We keep them away from us. And all it does is it grows and it begins to interact with other subroutines and parts of your mind. When you let it in, that awareness, that great awareness that is you, it dissolves all that doesn't serve you. But the best you can you just let that feeling in?
Yes.
And now also as the best you can, let that love in. Let that light, that awareness that's right behind that identity of yo-yo. It's not you. You're not yo-yo. That's, you know it and you're aware of it. You're aware of it. And every now and then you get caught in the box of being that. And all you have to do is step outside of it. So can you just let that love in, that awareness in this moment right now?
Yes. Yes, I will.
And can you also just welcome that abundance, that love, that light that sits just beneath the surface, that's right there for you all the time, always with you? Can you just let it in? Just let it be here best you can.
Okay.
How do you feel?
Thank you. I feel better. I feel much love. I do.
Sometimes the thing is, we try to keep these things away from ourselves, right? And keeping it away only makes it grow larger and take up more of our attention. And then that gets weighed down in our bodies and we begin to feel it, anxiety, and our bodies begin to do all types of things to us. But when we let those things go, we feel lighter. And our body can do what it needs to do when we get out of the body's way. So in this moment right now, could you just accept that your body is fully capable of healing itself if you just get out of the way? Could you just let that in?
Okay, I will. I will.
When?
Anyhow, you know everything now.
When will you let it in?
Now.
There you go.
I feel much better. I do. I love you guys.
We love you too.
Yo,
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're so welcome. You have a great night, blessed night, and thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Good night.
Peace and blessing. Good night.
Peace and blessing.
That was amazing, man. That was phenomenal.
It's going to have an amazing effect on her the next couple of days, you know, because I could tell she had really let a couple of things go. And I know what that feels like when you're holding on to something so long and you finally just let it go. There's such a sense of calm.
Right.
And
pound that like button, y'all. Get those likes up.
like a weight has been lifted off of you that you didn't even know it could be taken off of you.
Facts.
So, yeah.
Man, this is wow. Shouts to everybody that's just coming into the room, because I know a few people was like, what did I walk into? And I'm gonna say this, just rewind the show. So when the show rebroadcast, just play it from the beginning. Hold on 1 second. Peace.
My man, what's going on, Rick?
Everything good. State your name, where you calling from, fam.
Hey, what's up, bro? It's Chris from Detroit. I called and I spoke to y'all. I'm glad you called. You answered right away too. I appreciate that.
Not a problem.
Look, I had I was gonna I got two questions for Talib, and then I also I'm the one that had called and talked about that tall person being around, and he said it was always three. And then that special program called Mannequin. Now I'm gonna tell you something. I had let my brother hear it. He flipped out. Okay. When my brother was younger, my mom said that they somebody came to her to sign him up for a program before he was even born, right? So when he was born, she would take him to this place, okay? She said she was only able to go in one time. Every time that he had to go in, they had to take a picture of him, like, mugshots, like he was in jail. She said, well, they would give us a lot of money. I'm like, what? Now listen, I remember him going, okay? She was only allowed to go once. She can't even remember what the damn place, where the place was at. He can remember a lot, but he don't know how many times he's been. He's been a lot of times, but he said it's like everything is like smashed together. And his memory is good, but when it comes to that, he can't recall. Also, he said they would put an EKG machine on him. Now, he was only, like, at this time, like 7 or 8. You know what I'm saying? They would ask, well, what makes you happy? What makes you sad? And then they would make him put his hand in a cold bucket of water and test his heart rate. He was going to this program for a minute, man. And they would just send her, money, on like a Target gift card or something like that. And now when he heard me talk to Talib, it started bringing things back with him, and he started flipping out because now he realized what he been through, and he don't understand why he can't really get it all. It's like a mind swipe. But like I said, he remember everything. But when it comes to that, he said it was a lot of people around, like and they had on white lab coats. Mm-hmm. But it was one lady that would talk to him. She was real nice. And it's from that, from that show that I did, and it just flipped me out. He still be asking me now, like, and then when I told my mom that, I said it was like a special program, bro. Both times the phone hung up. She tried to call me. It kept on going to voicemail. Okay, listen, this is all in one day. Okay. I was telling her my phone hung up. She's like, Chris, what happened? I'm like, I don't know. She's like, I just kept on calling you back. Your phone. I said, and I couldn't call you, right? So she's like, what was you saying? And I told her the phone hung up again, right? When me and my brother started talking about it, the phone started staticking out, and he's like, bro, did you hear that?
The weird voice that cut through that sounds like a reptilian talking in tongues?
Yeah, and it's like a staticky, but you can hear all,
Yeah, but and a lot of times only one person can hear it.
What I heard, he can hear. Huh?
Yeah, sometimes only one person can hear it.
One person can hear. Like, yeah. Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to cut. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I just wanted to interject something so I could say what I wanted to say something to the likes of what you're saying before anyone could even think or dare to attempt to think that I'm feeding off of what you're saying and making something up. No, I can tell you everything you're about to say. So please continue.
Okay, now. Okay, so when he was talking, the phone, it started staticking, right? And he said, "Did you hear that?" Now, when I was driving, when my mama, when I was on the phone with my mom and the phone hung up, I heard what you just. I'm not cursing on nothing. What you just said, exactly what you just said. I'm not gonna even say nothing about that. All right. But when I was on the phone with him, he heard something that I did not hear. I'm like, no, what are you talking about, bro? So we talked, and then when we was talking, I got back in my car. We was talking. Something happened with the phone again, and it reminded me back to the time he was like, something about electricity. Now, every time that we say anything about something like that, the phone always messed up before he even realized. He's like, when he was in that program, he thought all kids went to that. He didn't know. He did not know. He's like, bro, I thought all kids went through that. And I'm gonna tell you something. I'm dead serious, bro. He won an award at Wayne State University. He was a kid in elementary school. It was some type of science fair project. He scored higher than the grown-ups. I mean, like the people in college. He didn't, like I said, when we talked that day, it brought so much back, man. Like, and I'm gonna tell you something else. Okay, now, me, him, my mom, my auntie was all born with 6 fingers. That's the, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, there are lines of people that do have multiple fingers and toes.
You say what, Talib?
There are people that have, 6 fingers and 6 toes.
Yeah. We was born. We all was born with 6 fingers. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. And I remember when I was younger, I got my brother. He allergic to the earth. This is like he allergic to the earth, but his immune system terrible. I got bronchitis and chronic bronchitis and asthma. I had caught the the one thing. I had no symptom. I was doing like 6 miles a day with a sinus valve. I know when I was younger, I had to go to the hospital for my asthma. Bro, they kept me. I was in the hospital for about a month. I was no breathing treatment, no nothing. They was coming taking my blood every single day.
Well, Well, it's just like I told you. It's just if you recall what I was telling you, you know, I told you you would start remembering things, that things are going to start happening now, if you recall.
I know that, and you was right because when you said that, when I let my girl listen to what you said, I think she like splashed right on the couch. And Rick, you know what I mean about splash, like on herself, like. How, like, cause I can't curse, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm, you know,
you can speak on it. Definitely. Speak on it. Gad, let it go.
So I let her listen to that, and she was like, she seen a ghost, because, and it's something simple, but it's real big, because of I was looking at some of YouTube. I'm like, man, I want that so bad. Now, the thing about it, when Talib was talking about getting your alpha state, right? I was in that.
Just to be clear, it's a theta state. You're theta.
Yeah, like so the state where you about to, like, you know, in between sleep when you woke.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, it go that, yeah, that I did that. And it was like I said, and I'm not lying about nothing. Rick, I continue everything. Man, it ain't nothing but a dog that I had got, right? But it was a dog on the internet named Aftermath. I got the daughter of him, but this dog is in the UK. Like in the States, no, not. I'm dead serious. How about I got her the next day? Listen, I could send you the thing where I signed the contract, the registration, everything. I got her the next day. When she heard, I said, I'm gonna get, you know what I'm saying? When she heard what Talib said, after I got off the phone with him, you know what I'm saying? Was like, he could speak stuff into existence. He gonna start doing this. He gonna start doing that. It's gonna happen. Mm-hmm. I got a dog from the UK here. Like, it's impossible. And if anybody know about the Aftermath, they know that. I got a direct daughter. Right. His puppy start off like at 10K. Like I'm saying, man, you know, and he everything that he speaks, everything that you know, you be on, Rec, be real, bro. You know, I really, really, really appreciate it.
Not a problem, bro. Appreciate you.
It's just the beginning of your journey, though.
Wow.
It's just the beginning of your journey, you know? And as long as you continue to stay focused and keep your awareness as long as you stay aware of your awareness, you will stay out of the pitfalls.
Okay.
Always wake up with gratitude. Always be thankful. Always be thankful. Never think you know it all. Know that the great expansion of how your true immortality and living the fullest and longest life you can live in this physical form is going to come from your ability to continue to learn and grow and expand. The moment you start feeling you know it all or you got it all figured out, I promise you, you begin to age.
Right. Wow.
You're on a great path right now. And as far as your brother is concerned, those programs were very popular. as I told you, if you looked into it. They took a lot of kids because kids in the first series of those time traveling multiverse jumping program they were using children. That was the first group. Grown men were mentally too unstable to travel through time because it's traveling through thought. They were too unstable and they would lose their minds. That's why they did it with the children. And they always had to take pictures of the children because remember, they had to bring them back at the right time and composition. Wow. You know, and you know, remember they had an exchange program. They still do. As I told you, there are two groups that are working with this government and several other governments. And they have a code. They have something they've been trying to get from us and will use from us. They've been using us to project the whole world. So you have people like yourself and your brother, okay, that was involved in that program due to the military background of your family. Because remember, it was the military and the government and them that first made an agreement with them. Remember, they let them take people. And that's one of the reasons they ain't been able to just come out and tell you about them, because a lot of other things would have to come out with it. So they're going to have to take that out there in a way that keeps them looking like the good guys. So you got a lot of people that suffered from these programs because they were using them, and then you can't remember, and they can't remember because, you know, these people are masters of the mind. They know how to plant false memory. They know how to not. All I can say is, when you get around money that's endless, when you start seeing that you're dealing with people where money is not the object, it's really just whatever they want to do, then you really start understanding how some of these things work and how a lot of people don't have to know what they're doing to get a job, right?
Right.
Okay, and if they're getting paid good and they don't see nothing directly happening to nobody, why would they ever ask questions, man? You got a 401k, a health plan, dental, retirement. They're not trying to make any waves. They have no idea what's going on. So there's all kind of things. And listen, anybody who might think what I'm telling you right now, which I don't really, at this point, I'm talking to you. So I know the chat is listening. It's not going to relate to a lot of people. And some of these people who are laughing now or might think that this is a joke now are the same people that are going to come back later, okay, and be the first ones to tell you, what, oh, did you know this is happening? Okay? Believe me when I tell you, they will. Okay? So everything I'm telling you, you understand. This is meant for you. Okay? You need to just now focus on your mind. As you do more of those practices I told you about, as you take more of those things in, as you start taking your awareness and start creating more of what you want, now that you see, now I've already shown you, some of these people in here can't testify to that because they didn't try, or they didn't believe, so they didn't waste their time, right? But those who have actually tried, they know what I'm talking about. I told you, if you do this, then you can't disagree with me that you're in a matrix, right? Okay, so therefore you know that you are in a not what people real is an interpretation, right? Real is an interpretation. Someone asks you what real is, then you know you can tell them from your perspective. Somebody says, is anything real? Yes, things are real. They are the things that I give awareness to, and I call that reality. So we can kill all of the is things real? Yes, reality is what you give your awareness to. Otherwise, it's just a possibility in existence already there waiting to be. So now it's most important for you to give all your awareness to your true desires and what you really meant here to do while you're here. You know, because as you go through these things, you're getting downloads. You don't even know where it's coming from, but you're just, every day you wake up, the world, I know what you're going through. Nothing in your bathroom looks the same. Every day you start seeing something new, details in the same things you've been seeing every day. You see what I'm saying? It's expansion. Now, if you go back to giving fear, doubt, worry, attention, you're going to experience it on a level you didn't even know was possible. Because right now, you're at a heightened state of thought energy. Right now, you give your awareness to that which you truly desire, bro, let me tell you, you'll be calling back. Because there's some things you're up to that nobody really knows that it's going to have some big effects in the world. And you know that. You just don't see how it could be. So get out of your own way. Do your practices to get more and more. It's a muscle. So the more you work on bringing more things to you that you want, the stronger and faster it's going to become. And then when the sky opens up, which it will, you'll be ready for what comes next.
And yeah, you're right. You're right. I just spoke on something small, and I try to bring it in the right way, but people could really read in between the lines. So, yeah, like every single thing you said is right on point. It's just, I don't know, it get crazier though. When you really sit back and think about it, because I don't know.
Right. You're thinking about it. Stop being thinking. Just take this moment right now, right? And just be what you are. Right now, just be what you are. It doesn't require any thinking. It doesn't require any pondering. It doesn't require you to try to figure it out. Just breathe and just be what you are. And that's where you want to be.
Okay.
Appreciate you, brother.
Thanks, man. I appreciate y'all.
You're welcome.
I check in, and just one question. I take this answer offline. For Talib, I just want to know, is Commander Thor still here? And I could take that offline. All right. Thanks a lot. I appreciate y'all. Good night.
All right. No problem.
Okay. All right.
We had somebody call.
That was interesting. And yeah, I I don't, you know what I'm saying? I know that that's a whole nother topic within itself. As I said, I just try to talk to everybody about what they are seeking.
Peace.
Hey, what's going on? Hey, I just wanted to run a real quick question by you. I like listen to like Bobby Hemmett and like Brother Panic and people of that nature and stuff. Do you have any knowledge of like the archons or like how to avoid the soul traps? And that's just my question. I'm gonna
exactly what I'm showing you right now.
I can just listen.
You know, that's exactly, I'm glad you asked. Well, that's what I'm trying, that's not trying, because trying is failing with grace. That's not what I'm doing. I am actually sharing with you a solution. Okay. I grew up in a conscious community. All right. I've seen Bobby Hemmett. All right. Got to hug and shake the hands of Francis Cress Welsing. Okay. I ate breakfast with Dr. Ben at Pan Pans with my aunt and my mother. Right. I come from that. I'm very aware of this community. The reason that you don't hear me speak on it, and this is why when people do ask me questions, notice I have the information about that stuff. The thing is that, is it an answer? Does it serve you? If I tell you all about the archons and their evil plans, what are you going to do about it? Other than give it more attention. Does that get you what you desire in this world that is made for you? Is it bringing you any kind of happiness?
Is better knowledge of self.
I'm saying that it's okay to know these stories. Although when we try to build our world around these stories that do not serve us, the world that we build does not serve us. Right. And now I've listened and read a lot of these books. Okay. And not one person has told me what to do about my situation. Okay. How do I go from my unhappiness about my life and all the things that are going on in it if all you're telling me is about the people that make it that way? How do we fight them? With all of the books they put out, and I'm sure you have read, which one gave you an answer to your problem? I asked you this not to be sarcastic or demeaning. I think of all as myself, and I feel like what you're asking is, I'm so glad you called and that you brought this question to the table, because it is very relevant. It is something we need to look at as a community, because we subscribe to a lot of people that are telling us what's wrong. Okay. They claim to know what to do. They end up very wealthy, and you never get an answer. And if the answer was in their first book, what's in their second book, and their third book, and their fourth book, and their fifth book? Does it give you the motivation to do and be what you choose to be? Does it bring you any closer to that which you are here for? This is what I am proposing, is that we take some time and learn the one thing that no one seems to want to teach us: how your mind works, because that seems to be the place we're all operating from. Yet,
that kind of leads me to my my final question. Do you have any knowledge on something called like the dweller at the threshold?
Okay, so are we going into Marvel?
No. It's I think there was like a
No, I know where, because that's where they got it from. It's like the same as it's the same as like the Leviathan. It's the same as these mental traps. Okay,
yeah,
that
it's like
in a place of
like
that's not going to get you a business. That's going to help us all. That's going to provide for you and your family and those around you. You see what I'm saying? That's not going to get you on that island you want to visit, because you deserve to see some beautiful places on this planet. You deserve that. You deserve to be able to take your family and yourself, and just yourself when you choose to. You deserve for people to get to experience you, because just getting to meet you opens their world up. This is what you deserve, but they're not offering you what you deserve. You know what? I'm just talking to people, expands people's worlds and your own.
Yeah.
Right? Well, how you going to do that in the same neighborhood? Right? Don't you deserve to go out in the world and the world to get to experience you, and you experience the world? Shouldn't that be your focus? Because you've already focused on that. What's come of it? Is this not time to evaluate what they have given us and see it if it's done anything for us? Because arguing facts with someone who doesn't believe what you're saying doesn't make you smart.
Fam, you got the music on in the backdrop?
I'm at work. It's the
Okay.
overtop. It's
Okay.
the music overhead and stuff. My
Oh,
bad.
You feel where I'm coming from, though?
got you.
You see where I'm coming from, though, right? These are the things that they've given us. It's a mental infection. It's like a mental infection. It's like mold. Okay, it grows rapidly in the mind. And the next thing you know, you're looking at the world like it is this combative place that is all against you. You are a victim of one group of people that has stepped on you all your life. You've got nothing. And even if you get it, they're going to take it away. And now you think this is something that is going to help you? You see where I'm going?
Yeah.
Now, what's the answer? Did they tell you what a black town will look like? Who's told you what's in a black? Has anybody ever just drawn up some paperwork and said, hey, y'all, I was just dreaming of a black town, so I drew up what a town would look like for us? No, you know why? Because they don't believe they can have a town. And remember, your world is being created by your belief. So your emotional energy is going into that which does not serve you. I'm telling you to if you want a better world, then put your energy into a better world in your head. Experience that world for yourself from your perspective, and watch how the world in front of you shifts. Because it will. They know this. This is why they spend all this money on entertainment and movies and everything. And what is an influencer? When did we elect somebody to tell us what the world was about? How can you listen to a total stranger you don't know because a million people listen to them? Who is he? What's their credentials? Would you do that with anyone else in the real physical world?
No.
Because they got us all to develop something called social para relationships. A social para relationship is a relationship you have with somebody on TV or online that doesn't have one with you. You know, when you watch a show and you want your favorite character to succeed and you feel bad when he doesn't make it, and you want them to get the girl, or you see what I'm saying? This is because they have no feeling towards you. You see what I'm saying? So if you constantly under social para relationships, you are believing things and listening to people that you're not actually getting a chance to question. And they're telling you what the world is, but not one of them is telling you how to help, how you could. Remember, they saying that these overlords are destroying us and killing all our babies and taking everything from us under the sun. And if you pay me $200 for my book, I thought he was there for the people. How you got $200 for it? Well, you could get sneakers, you could get shoes, you go buy expensive food and other. Wait, because I do the basic things that make me a human being. The very little, and everything you do when you pour, that's a sacrifice, because that's the way you've trained yourself to think. You think you spend money, so therefore money doesn't come back to you. You don't tell yourself my money is circulating. If my money is circulating, it comes back 1,000-fold. It comes back 3 times fold. Every dollar I spend, 5 comes back. We telling ourselves real twisted thoughts about what we don't have. And then we reinforce that with our experiences. So you lose that and stop listening to them. Not saying what they're saying is wrong. I'm not going to even go down there. It's not about right or wrong. It's about what can you do to help yourself, right? Do you really care who's right or wrong, or do you just want to get out of this? I'm asking you seriously, do you care about who's right or wrong, or do you want out of this?
I want out.
Thank you. So let it go. Stop giving it your attention and start giving the life you deserve attention. And I'm not telling you to go work for it. I'm talking about mental energy and watch the work and everything just already organically happen around you and move in that direction.
I think he hung up, my brother. I think because he was at work, he was trying to get off.
That's okay. The message is there.
Definitely. Somebody had asked a question in the chat room a while ago. Let me see. I think it was
Listen, I don't have nothing against Bobby Hemmett or Brother Polite or any of those scholars. I call them our scholars. They're very well read. They're well versed in the information they present. I'm just saying that the time for presenting information is pretty much over. The time for practice exercises and things that we really can use now. That's what it's time for. It's time to start understanding what the world we really live in is and stop letting people tell us what it is.
facts. Shouts to I am Ocean Wife. She wrote, I am so grateful of this platform. Thank you. What is the difference between
Transcendental
transcendental meditation and the Sedona method?
Okay, well, the difference is, okay, I'm gonna tell you this. All the intention of all meditation is to enter into a theta state in which you can communicate with the subconscious. Okay, and that's how we enter into. And so when we sit there to meditate, all you actually are doing is entering into a deep relaxation in which you can now communicate with the subconscious. Okay, so the difference between the Sedona method is when you do deep transcendental meditation, you need to sit there, you go through a breathing exercise, okay, and you begin to imagine, a place, and then you go from there, right? So the difference with that is Sedona method, what you actually are doing is you are asking yourself questions from a place of awareness, which you do not have to sit there. That's why I'm able to anybody doing it. I could just merely say, hey, okay, well, could you welcome this? And then what do they usually do? Everyone takes a second there and they stop because believe it or not, you are the awareness. So therefore, in that position, if you ask yourself the right questions, you can achieve the same outcome as when you are attempting to enter into these states to achieve that outcome. Because remember, everything we're experiencing are just states. There are various ways to get to states. Some states take longer to enter into, while other states take a shorter amount of time. And some practices may take you through a longer process to enter into a state than others do. So it's really just a matter of the Sedona method setting itself up through a series of questions that interact with that awareness and puts you in a position to be outside of what you're experiencing. That way you can let it go. You can actually just let it go. Some of the other methods want you to go inward, like transcendental meditation, where you go inward with breathing, okay, and visualization to achieve what is the same outcome. This state of beingness where all truth, answers, love, abundance, and the energy source of life lies. It is you, your awareness. And no matter what meditative practice you are practicing, the point is to enter into this state of awareness. So there's no difference in the outcome in which they hope to achieve. There's only a difference in the method in which they achieve it. I hope that answered the question.
I'm gonna take one more caller because this person been trying to call 347. They was calling mad time. 347 479. We about to call you right now. Mute your audio.
Good night.
Good night. Peace.
One.
You try to call, right?
Yes, I tried to call because I would like to talk to Talib.
Okay.
Okay, good night, Talib. I'm calling tonight because I just feel I basically woke up in 2016 to this consciousness, and I just been on this journey in my past, and I just been feeling like over the years that I don't belong here, like I don't belong in this universe. Like I feel like I want to go back home sometimes, if you know what I mean, in a spiritual way. And I feel like I know a lot of people's not gonna understand and understand me, and and I just have like certain situations in this matrix, just life, and it's just like not saying I don't want nobody to think like, oh, I want to commit suicide. No, I just feel like I want to go back home. And and there's certain situations, in my life where I just want to lash out and fuck somebody up. Beat somebody up. And I know I can't do that, because I have a child and I have.
Okay. Well, before you go on, right? Can I propose this? Can we just do a quick release and then you can finish what you were saying? Can we do a quick release and see if it gives you any kind of ease? Would you mind that?
Okay, I just breathed in and I just breathed out.
Okay, hey, wonderful. So in this moment, could you just welcome all those feelings you're having right now toward your life? And here's the thing, you have to realize that, see, that's very natural. We all experience that. There's wanting to die and a wanting to live. Right? But we fight against that. So therefore it builds these things in our psyche. This is something I personally have experienced. I know. Right? So I've learned from doing this practice that when you can actually just welcome those things and allow them to be there, they already begin to just sort of fade away, because we've spent so much time trying to keep it away and not let it in, that it's built this wall up around us of these thoughts we keep having. Right? So in this moment right now, could you just welcome those feelings? Whatever thoughts, right? Whatever thoughts, pictures, and sounds that accompany it. Right? And in this moment, could you just check and see if there's any wanting to change that? Right? To make it different, to push it away from you or pull it closer. Is there any wanting to change? Just check and see if you want to change that story, that feeling.
It comes and it goes.
That's okay. I want you to know, like, this works in such a grand way. You don't have to share anything personal. All you have to do is let me know, like, yeah, okay, I'm willing. I'm all right. I'm feeling that. And we'll just move on from there, right? Because I'm going to show you how you let this go. See, every time you tell that story, you reinforce it.
Okay.
Right? So in this moment right now, right? Could you just check and see if there's any wanting to change that story, change that feeling, to make it different in any way, push it away from you or pull it closer, right? And then just check and see if it feels personal, like that feeling, those stories, like it's about you.
Okay.
Now dig a little deeper and see if that's coming from a sense of wanting approval, control, security, separation, or oneness. Now it might be all of them, or it might just be one. And remember those things. Approval is wanting the others, right, to agree with us, to see it our way, right? That's a part of approval, wanting people to agree with us. Or the other end of approval is not wanting people to agree with us, right? And that control is something we all experience, right? We want people, when we want people to change, right? Hey, I just want you to not do that, right? That's control, right? And sometimes we want other people to take control, right? Right? And security, we can understand we want to feel safe, right? And sometimes we don't want to feel safe. We like to be dangerous, right? So Just check and see if it's coming from a sense of approval, control, security, separation. Remember, separation also means, right, that we sometimes feel like nobody understands us, right?
Yeah.
That we're alone, and nobody gets us, right? That separation and oneness is sometimes is also that feeling of wanting people to relate to us. I just want to be closer to you. You understand what I'm saying? So just check and see if it's coming from a feeling, a place of approval, control, security, separation, or oneness. And you don't have to think about it. Just it'll come in naturally. You'll feel it. Your mind will tell you which one. And in this moment right now, could you just let it go? Just let it dissolve. Just for right in this moment.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Good. Now go back to those feelings. And could you just welcome that? Just let it in.
Okay.
And in this moment right now, just for now, because for right now, there's nothing that can be done about it. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Right now, there's only now. So in this moment right now, could you just let it go?
Definitely. Yeah.
Would you just let it go?
Yes.
When?
Now.
And could you also welcome that awareness, that knowingness, and the possibility that everything always works out for you?
Yes.
How you feel now?
Most definitely.
Okay, so now you can ask what you was asking.
Yeah, so basically, yeah, I appreciate that. It's like you knew what I was gonna say before I even fully explained, everything. But I'm not gonna get all into it. But yeah, so I just feel like I don't belong, ever since I, woke up to the consciousness and stuff like that. And I just feel like in this matrix, just a whole bunch of BS, just feel like everything. And I'm just like, I want to go back. I know I don't belong here. Just feel like I want to go back home, but it's not saying I want to die. You understand? Because I know I'm going
I
to
understand what you're saying.
feel like
It's the story you're telling yourself. You're telling yourself that you're not home. You're telling yourself that there is some place that you belong, that you are not at. You are awareness. So just in this moment, just be what you are. Ask yourself, am I my identity or am I something else? Am I the experience or am I the one observing the experience?
Okay.
There is nowhere outside of your awareness. That's a part of an identity you've given yourself that limits you, that makes you believe you're stuck somewhere. You are not. You see, once you let go of that story you're telling yourself, you can begin to see your true story because it's there. Nothing you think about your life is true. It's a story you have told yourself that you put belief in, so your world has reflected it. The moment you change that story and that belief, that's what your world will reflect. You are awareness. You can shift to any form of reality in this reality you choose. You came here for a reason. You chose to be here.
Yeah, I most definitely have a purpose. I know that.
So if you leave now, you ain't doing what you came here for.
I am. I just feel like I have the obstacles and shit, and stuff. It just make me,
What's an obstacle? What's an obstacle? It's a story you tell yourself.
Okay.
If you just welcome the obstacle and let it be here as best you can, and could you just let it go?
Okay. Don't give it my energy.
You see what I'm saying? And open up to the awareness. Welcome the awareness that is you, that always has your best interest, that already has preordained all of the desires that you could possibly imagine are already laid out once you give your awareness to it. You give your awareness to wants, you will receive wanting. You give your awareness to what you are open to, you will receive that which you are open to.
Most definitely. Okay, so how about if it's somebody that's trying to, intervene into my business? Like I'm trying to sell my stuff and they telling me, that's their spot. And nobody has a spot because this is New York City. You understand? And
Well,
it's
that's
like,
easy.
I want
Use
to
your imagination. Use your imagination. Anyone that you have are dealing with that gets on your nerves, or you have a problem with, or you cannot verbally communicate with in a harmonious way, it's because you're already arguing with them in your head. You've already had an argument with them before you had to see them. You've already predicted and had a conversation and visualized them what they were going to say to you and everything. I propose to you, change that and watch what happens. Do not visualize them in your mind working against you or doing, because it's your mind. Why would you ever use your imagination against you? Person in your mind, it belongs to you. You can make them in your mind whatever you desire, right?
Okay.
See? So you take that and you put in your mind that person telling you exactly what you want to hear. You're amazing. I love this. We're going to make so much money together. I'm just so glad that we finally came together and this is working so smooth. I love your ideals. The way you think is great. I can't wait to hear how you want us to do this. I'm ready to jump on how you think we should get it done.
Yeah.
Right? And watch what happens. You'll call back too. Because if you do that, you're going to laugh. They're going to be exactly the way you thought they would be, because everything is thought energy.
Okay.
And they can receive that because if there's infinite versions of you, right? And all you have to do is focus energetically on that version of you, which means enter the emotional state as if you are that person, then you bring it into reality. What happens if you focus on the infinite versions of another person? What if you focused on the version of them that you liked instead of the one you didn't? What do you think you would encounter?
Okay, I got you.
Appreciate you calling.
Yes. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all.
All right,
Have
you're
a
welcome.
good night, guys.
Have a great
All
one.
right. Later.
All right, peace.
Peace.
Talib, you there?
Yes, sir. I felt that was she was a wonderful person.
For sure. Peace.
Peace. Yo, peace, M.Reck.
What's
Shut 'em down
happening?
radio. How you doing, bro?
Everything good. Who this?
Word. Shut 'em down radio.
What's
Solid.
happening?
What's up, bro?
What's going on, fam? You on speaker? You sound far away.
All right. So, all right. Yeah, you can hear me better?
Yeah.
Okay. This question is for Talib. This is such a phenomenal show. Shout out to you and Reck, and shout out to Talib. I want to ask you this question.
Thanks.
Why can nobody ever remember when they were born, but you can remember when you're dying? You answer that one.
Well, here's the thing. We don't, most people, they say that, listen, some people do remember when they were born. There are documentaries about people. There was a boy who was born. You should look this up. It's amazing. He was born in the 80s, and by the time he kept talking, he kept saying he was this black woman, right, who was murdered. So the mother thought the boy was tripping or whatever and took the boy to a doctor. Please look this up. I am not making this up. They went, and they did a whole little documentary on this because it was all verified. Okay. And I only like to speak about the verified, not that which can be argued and disputed. So this boy ends up pointing out one day, because he knew what kind of music he used to like. He knew his name. So the mother finally went and looked this woman up. They found this woman. One day they was driving out. He told them he was going to take her to the house. They followed this little boy's directions, and he took her right to the house that he said he used to live in. Now, he's not the only one. There are many cases like this of people remembering their past lives and actually revisiting friends and family and places they used to be. So yes, there are people that remember being born. The reason, and here's the thing, you don't know it, but you do remember from that time. See, the reason you don't have physical memories of it that you think you should have is because usually when you are that age, all of your sensory is emotional energy, is emotional. You store all your memory through your emotional state when you're a baby. Anybody can look this up. This is a fact. So this is why your earliest things about money, about love, and all these things, you don't realize it. The things that are holding you back from those things are coming from around that time when you were like 8 months and 1 year old and so forth like that, and 4 or 5, when you heard things that were said to you that had such an impact on your psyche, you grew up believing that.
You get older, right?
Right, and because you are constantly dying and being born again, because you do not possess the mind of the 17-year-old you. You don't think the thoughts of the 17-year-old you, and anyone physically wouldn't see you as a 17-year-old person. Some people who knew you then may not recognize you until you say, hey, and they look you in your eyes and they see the spirit energy. You see what I'm saying? Like, oh man, yo, you grew up, you changed, man. But that person's dead. That's all identity. You're not identity. You're just awareness. And when you realize that
I understand exactly what you're saying.
You feel me? You are the awareness, and the awareness that's where God is. That's where the universe is. That's where the ethereal energy is.
Right. Now, I just want to ask one more question, and I'm out. I appreciate your time. Now, I want to know about the symbolism. Remember, a group called Soundgarden?
Yes, you're probably going to say Black
Hole Sun, right?
Yes.
So I called a lot of shows. I sent a lot of, pictures and, my experience, what happened to me. Now, I want to talk about the call. I think it was like 3 callers ago. The guy that was talking about his brother. And, he had 6 fingers and stuff like that. Right. And he was talking about the reptilian being. Well, I actually seen that being, and I know exactly what it looks like, but it wasn't malevolent. It was like benevolent. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like either these beings are us in the spirit or something with our consciousness. But could you expound on that? Because I have evidence and I of it, and they came to me. You know what I'm saying?
Going off if you're going off the more ancient teachings that God is this force, this energy that has broken itself down into many different forms in order to experience itself and expand. And we all take some form from this God.
Okay.
Then you must know that they are that too. Right? But then again, there are also things in this world that do not have souls, is what we would call souls. You see what I'm saying? Some of these things are artificially pushed out by the matrix. There are some people that aren't people. Right? And I like to call them NPCs. But there's a woman named Dolores Cannon who also spoke on this many years ago. She has passed away since. But, she was very famous for speaking on these things in the community of conspiracy theories and things of that nature. So if you ever look at, you can look up Dolores Cannon because she was a credible individual. You know what I mean? Not all these people was credible, especially when MUFON came along and the CIA and FBI took that over. So, and they started switching out and getting rid of all these so-called people that had been, and scientists, actual scientists that were coming forth with things. They pushed those guys out of the way and started this whole campaign so they could really start pushing a lot of that information towards you. You see what I'm saying? So,
what I feel, Talib? I feel like if it's God, Elohim, Yahweh, whatever we want to call him, I believe he has a hierarchy. Because it's funny, right? I sent in the picture, right? It was clear, but I guess people couldn't see it. They was calling it space doodle. I got to throw the little commentary in there. You know what I mean? They chewed me up for it. But I'm going to just tell you what it looked like right quick, right? It looked like it was a pillar on it, like Jerusalem, right? To the left, it's like it was maybe say it's God. Then it's a spirit. Then it looked like the cherubs on it, right? And then under that was like some alien gray things, and they were brown. You know what I'm saying? So I think God has what you call a hierarchy. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, you know, I don't really think that that's actually, I don't think that that's, see, my thing is that, you know, they've gone out of their way to rewrite human history. And they did a pretty good job, but there's a lot of holes in it that they, you know, so it's the mystery you're trying to solve, right? Because they can't connect you to any of the so-called Neanderthals or Cro-Magnus, and they can't connect you to any of that. You're not even a Homo sapien. I'm just saying, this is their, you know, like I said, I don't like to go off of a lot of the other stuff that isn't considered to be credible, because then there's always the argument one could make that, well, that is not credible. If I speak on your credible stuff, then it makes it almost impossible for us not to have a dialogue. You see what I'm saying? So I'd rather stick with the tangible stuff that has already been presented. And it has already been presented that there is this link between us and all the other people that they say came before us. There's this missing aspect genetically. You see what I'm saying? So they've gone very hard to rewrite history the best they can and manipulate history in order to tell a story that seemingly puts us all in a position to where we're essentially powerless.
Yeah, that's true.
What I'm trying to get people to see is that you want to break out of the hole, then you must take your awareness away from it.
That's a fact. I've been doing that for years.
You know, and focus on your true desires in the end is to bring something greater to all those around you.
That's correct. That's the truth. Now you dead on with that. That's the truth. I mean, if people don't see through this matrix and this fakeness going on this planet, you know, I feel like the consciousness can't be capped anymore.
Well, here's the thing. If they are all of the divine, well, hear this. If they are all of the divine spark, as you are of the divine spark,
right,
then you must allow them to be here to experience, to do exactly what they are here to do. Mm-hmm. And it is not your place to continuously judge those of others. It is your place to understand and experience those and others and see how it serves your experience. When you release your
experience,
when you release your expectation of others, if you stop relying on others to behave a certain way for you to feel a certain way, I'll give you an example of giving your power away. We do it all the time. You in the car and somebody cuts you off on the road. What's most people's first reaction?
Right.
F you, man. What the heck again? And yo, that man, yo, he could kill somebody. Right? Now you just gave your anger. You just gave your power away to anger, confusion. Now that's what you're aware of. Now, what could you have said in the reverse? Which would be equally as true.
Give him a pass, like yo, it's whatever, man.
Nah, you don't have to give him a pass. Check this out. Wow, I'm an amazing driver.
Okay. I was on point, right?
I'm so on point. Man, this day just showed me I am on fire. Nothing can stop me.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And guess what? Now what you just did? You didn't give your power away, and you didn't just dissolve it into nothing. You just used the experience to enhance your day.
Yeah, that's real. That is definitely real. I'm gonna utilize that. That's real.
I just had an experience today I'm gonna share with you. I went to go to the store earlier, and as I was trying to get in this parking spot, it was like 3 Harley Davidson, gang crew riding bikers. I live on the West Coast in Las Vegas, so when you see those dudes, that's the real dudes. You know what I mean? They're not the weekend warriors.
I've been out there.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So check it. I'm parked. I'm not even parked. I'm right behind him, and he's like taking up 2 spaces. And one of them I want to turn in, but I see he having trouble with his bike. Now I'm a rider, bro. I ride bikes, so I already see he got a problem. So now I'm like, oh, it's good that I'm here because I ride, and now he could just do what he needs to do without feeling like he in anybody's way. His man look over at me and loses it. He lost his mind. Yo, how dare you? You trying to what? You trying to do what to us? Yo, you better watch your beep, 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 mother beep, 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 beep. I'm like, wow, I'm smiling out now. I could just flip out and go there with him, right? Now, who knows which way that would have went? I mean, out here, you know, a lot of people got concealed carry, you know? Who knows which way that went? It's 104 degrees outside. Who knows, right? But here's the interesting thing. I never gave any awareness and energy to, like, there's danger here. You know, all I saw? All I saw was an angry man. An angry man who didn't even know what he was angry about.
Real talk.
He literally comes over toward the car. Now, I jumped out, flipped out. Oh, no, I ain't do none of that. I put my hands, I smiled in that man's face. I said, brother, it's all good. I'm actually a biker, man. I know what he's going through. Yo, you gotta get, yo. I got my friend in the car. She's sitting there. Like, yo, what the hell, man? Going in. And I'm like, brother, do you hear me calling you brother? And I'm smiling. And in that moment, it's like, you could see it just came over him. He became a different person. His whole script changed. And he was like, hey, man, I'm so sorry, bro. You know how people are. I didn't even know. Hey, miss, I'm so sorry. Please, I didn't mean to disrespect the lady in the car, man. Really, brother, it's on me. Please, can you forgive me? And I'm like, bro, it's okay, brother. It's a beautiful day. I get it. Everything is love. Gave me a fist bump, jumped on the bikes, helped his buddy out. Oh, they drove off. I pulled in. Got what I needed, moved on.
Yeah, you know, sometimes, you know, you don't need the confrontation, you know, but I think
the confrontation is always on you. This is, if you follow the script, I'm giving you an example of don't follow the script. If you change the script and don't be the character that was written for you, everything around you will change. This man had a moment where I didn't do anything he expected me to do. I didn't cower.
Exactly.
Yo, bro, please. No, hey, brother, listen, I'm calling you, brother. Do you hear me? I'm good.
Right.
You're good. A wave hit him. He's not doing it. So what happened? The Matrix rewrote itself right in front of me. Boop, 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 boop. And now any harm he was intending on doing became love. He would have paid for what I was going to get.
Right.
That's the power you have over your reality and your awareness and the stories you tell yourself. Now, notice the story was an angry man who didn't know why he was angry. Why would I get angry with an angry man who doesn't even know why he's angry? I probably want to help him not be angry. Right? But if I tell myself, oh, here we go. Look at these dudes. They got problems. You see where I'm going?
Yeah, get busy, right.
And nothing I would have did would have prevented. He would have hooked off for me. One of his mans would have jumped off. Something would. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it would have went there regardless because that's what I invested in my mind. And if you change that story, any story you tell us yourself, it's about your finances, if it's about your love life, it's about anything in your life. If you really change that story, you will be amazed that it will be instant, overnight, immediate. You might immediately do it, and then 5 minutes later, you get results from it.
Right. That's the truth. Well, I appreciate it, man.
Not
you know
a problem,
what I mean?
my brother.
Dropping the jewels, dropping the knowledge. Yeah, keep doing your thing, man. Real talk.
Appreciate you, my brother.
Salute.
Thanks for calling.
You already know him, right?
All right.
Stay
Salute.
Up. All right.
Peace.
Peace.
Yeah, man. We at that 3-hour mark. Appreciate you, Talib. Amazing job as always. Phenomenal. Incredible. Salute to the Rec Mob. Salute to SJ. Amazing job, SJ. Salute. Appreciate you. And
I think SJ is the best, man. Everybody just needs to go. Once you do this Sedona stuff, that's the way to go because she's gonna. I'm telling you, the doors will just open up for you to communicate with her anyway. Because everyone here is like a family. We're all in the community. We're all in the chat, and you know, we all speak to each other. No, it's not like just random chats being shot out at you. Like people are communicating with one another, acknowledging one another. So once you start doing this and you start seeing, oh, okay, there are answers. And I don't have to go trying to figure it out.
Facts.
I can go over to SJ and let her see, this is where I'm at, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm not getting, but I'm ready to embrace and open to what I need to do. And she's going to give you the answers from there. But they'll come so easily because you would have let go of all of this other stuff.
Facts. SJ, drop your information for the life coaching. Please drop that information right now so I can highlight it on the screen. Salute to Led. Appreciate that.
Well, you know, I've actually dealt with a real life coach before. And when you could deal with somebody who really is a life coach, they'll change your life. They'll change your life if you're open to doing what they ask of you. And they'll help you. They'll help you. They'll first set you up, get you going, show you how to do those things, and sit down with you, get you going on those things.
Facts.
You know, because a lot of us ain't never really had no help. Nobody really want to help us. You know, they don't. And when they do, they want a bunch of money, and then we get partial work.
Correct. Me and SJ had a session yesterday. She gave me a session, a life coaching session yesterday. And let me tell you, it helped me a whole lot. You know, I had the answers, but sometimes you just be needing somebody to listen. And then, you know, give you some advice. And she's incredible at what she do. So definitely the contact is on the screen right now. It's called Royalty Life Coaching. The email is highlighted on the screen. RLC, the number 4, the letter U, the number 2, day at gmail.com. It's locked on the screen right now. So definitely reach out. SJ for the life coaching. Shouts to DJ Moschino. He's in the building. 1/3 of that unsung hero. Shouts to DJ Superior. We got the Unsung Heroes show on the M.Reck TV platform as well. It's my brother right there. Incredible DJ. We got an amazing team, man. Amazing team, man. I appreciate everybody. So on that note, Talib, man, I'm gonna let you get some rest.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you, good brother. I'm gonna tap in with you tomorrow. I'm gonna give you a call tomorrow. And we're gonna build
DJ Moschino, man. Yo, I want to tell them my story with that I just when I went and shot Ice-T and out in Arizona, man. Because I saw the craziest DJing thing and I wanted to let you know. Yeah.
Nah, I mean, that ain't about nothing. What we do, I can get everybody on the phone maybe tomorrow, so and we could build.
That'll be dope.
Yeah, no doubt. So my brother, you have a good night, my brother.
Yes, sir. And,
Peace.
thank you again, man.
Thank you. You're welcome, King. Peace. Salute to the Wreck Mob. I appreciate y'all. Pound that like button. Let's get the likes up. We still got close to 400. And when this live stream ends, I need y'all to leave comments about the show and hit that like button again. You know what I mean? When it rebroadcasts. So give it like a few minutes, and I need everybody that's in this room to leave a comment in the regular comment section. All right? And hit the like button again. So I appreciate y'all. Salute to SJ. Salute to Susan Green, everybody, the whole team. Moschino, what up, homie? Check for that new Unsung Heroes content coming soon. More M.Reck TV interviews, and a big announcement that I'm be making real soon. All right. So on that note, shouts to the producer, produced by AdWords, is in the building. Salute to him. You know what I mean? We about to lock in with the homie. He got some incredible beats. So we're going to get some production from him and we're going to build with him. Salute to Danny Devine too. Appreciate you. Maybach Mel, I see you. All right. So on that note, double deuces and bubble gooses. I'm gone, man. Vegas Brown, appreciate all the donations too. Salute to everybody that donated. Love, y'all. I'm off this. And thank y'all for tapping in. Peace.
Dissing, we don't see the competition. I drop off a ransom note that your art is missing, nigga.
Pay us in full with the money, or she gon' get her fingers clipped off like Lil Sonny,
M.Reck TV.